Hey guys, it's TechGenie back again with another video. So today what we're going to be doing is giving you a little bit of behind the scenes footage of how we do our cool camera pans and our shots, because we hardly use any high-tech equipment whatsoever to make these videos, and I hope they're good quality. If they're not, then leave some constructive feedback down below and we'll obviously change those. But this is how we do our cool camera pans, the cool slides and everything, without using any camera sliders or any fancy gear that you can get for your camera. So if you do want to know about this, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and then stay watching. We'll catch you in a second. Okay, so then the first one I want to talk about is kind of like the pans and stuff that we do using the camera. So if you look at a lot of our videos, I'll try and put some examples up, but a lot of our videos have like the move in shot and they kind of slide in forwards, and then you have like the pulling down shot when it kind of just pans down. And then sometimes you have like the pivot shot when looking over. Those are kind of like the three shots that we really do when we're filming our videos. So the first one, they kind of push forwards and then the pull backwards shot. What we do with that is we get our tripod, we put two of the legs out the front, and then one of the legs is just kind of like moving up and down, so you can move it like completely 180 degrees. And then what we do is we lean it forwards, focus using the manual focus onto our subject, and then what we do is we slowly pull the tripod back using the leg. And then it kind of gives us that little pan shot. And then if we want to make sure so it's kind of moving towards it, we just put the video into reverse or the other way around, or we can just kind of push it in or pull it out. So that's how we do that shot. Then the second one that we do is the kind of steady kind of pan down shot. So we're trying to show the whole length of a product. So if it's standing upright, we just do a pan down like that. Then what we do is we unscrew the kind of head of our tripod, kind of unscrew that a little bit, and then we kind of pinch one end, the top of it, and then pinch the bottom bit, and then kind of just pull it down, pull it through. Problem about this is it does kind of pinch your fingers, so your fingers kind of get pulled through with the tripod, but I mean, we've been doing it for so long. That's basically how we do that one. We just kind of hold it really tightly. Sometimes it does rock forwards and backwards, so you've got to kind of keep it sufficiently tight enough, and these obviously aren't the best ways of doing it. If you've got high-tech equipment, just use that, don't bother with these, but this is how we get it without using high-tech equipment. And then of course the third one that we do is the little pan that we do looking over the top like that. Now we have two ways of doing this. The first one is we've kind of got like a ball and socket joint kind of thing on the top of our tripod, which means you can just move the camera around, of course, and you can like do all sorts of different movements in around like 360 degrees. So what we do is kind of loosen it up a little bit, kind of hold it tight with our hands, and then just kind of pivot it and twist it like this, which means when the camera's on top it just twists and pivots. But of course our hands are quite close to the camera, so you can get a bit of jumpiness. So these are the kind of difficult ones to do. So the second way we do this shot is using our microphone boom. So what we do is we use this microphone stand here that's kind of in shot and it's not in shot, and we kind of stick it out, attach the camera using some of our equipment onto the end of it, and then we kind of just pivot it like that, which is a better way of doing it, but it's more hassle. We've got to move the camera around and everything. So that is the three ways that we do our cool camera pans, if you were wondering. A lot of the things we do in our videos just require literally stuff that we've got at home and our own imagination to make the shots. We really, the only equipment that we have to make videos is a computer, a camera and a tripod. This tripod is actually pretty good. We invested in a good tripod, but we did have a really poor one before. So you can literally make anything you want out of hardly any money, as long as you've got a camera. People say the camera's not important, but it is important. Our one's not the best, so we do need a new one, but if you've got a good camera, then you can make brilliant videos without having to spend loads of money. Okay, so what's up next is the lighting. So basically all we do is sometimes it's a bit difficult because people are using the lights around the house, but we go downstairs and we've got one in my brother's room, and we kind of take the lights, all the lamps, and we kind of bring them into the room, and then we just kind of shine them onto our subject. The only problem with this is the white balance, and it's a little bit difficult because they are like halogen bulbs and they are kind of yellowy coloured. So like this one behind me is a yellow bulb, which is why it's giving a lot of yellow light, which is a little bit difficult when we're filming subjects. So to kind of counteract that in a way, we try and film on a sunny day like today, outside, so we've got a little bit of clean light coming through, just like normal white light. Of course, if you've got LEDs, that'd be so much better, just get some white light, but we don't have any, so we just use these halogen little lamps just to get as many of those as we can, just to make as much lighting as possible. Okay, so then the microphone that we also use when we're recording these videos is the RV6 Red 5 microphone. It's pretty good, as you can probably tell. That's the audio we're using at the moment. Sometimes we do use the camera audio, but it is so bad, we've got to we just kind of gave up with that and used this instead. We had this before, we didn't buy this for TechGenie, but If you've got a good microphone, then use that. Of course, if you don't, then you can't. But okay, then the thing that we use to make our shots kind of look a little bit more interesting, so there's a little bit more going on in the background. We vary this from videos to video. Sometimes it's on like the white background, you see the whiteboard. Sometimes it's on the wooden desk. And if it's on the wooden desk, sometimes it's got something behind it, like a plant or something. We've like got this little plastic volcano thing, which is this. We use that, we put that behind the shot, and then we also put a little cactus, just kind of give it a little bit more stuff going on in the background. And what we also like to do is when we're making some of these pan-in shots and zooming downs, we go up onto like YouTube, get up some 4K time lapses, play them on YouTube, and then focus on our subject, so there's something going on in the background. So it's particularly if it's just one of those steady shots, it doesn't look like it's a photo, it looks like it's a video. So I think that is literally it for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. We've kind of told you all we need to know about behind the scenes and stuff of how we film our videos. Obviously, I've probably forgotten a few things that we do, but those are kind of the main big chunk things to kind of remember. So I think the main message from this video is if you have literally no money whatsoever, it doesn't matter, you can go out and just use, as long as you've got a decent camera. People tell you it doesn't matter about the camera, but quite truthfully and honestly, they're lying to you. If you've got a really good camera that can work in low light conditions, then you're much better off than some guy who's got like a little point and shoot or a little phone camera from like the 2000s or something. So it does depend on the camera. So if you're going to invest in anything, if it's the lighting or the tripod or the microphone, I would suggest thoroughly investing in your camera, because our primary sense that we're using is our eyeballs. We're looking at it using our eyeballs. So if the video looks good, then you're going to be getting better views than you are if it just looks like a filmed on a potato. So that is basically it. If you've just got a normal camera and you've got a tripod, then this is what we do to film our videos. So I hope you liked it, guys. If you did, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Live long and prosper.